You know you're not supposed to be up and around.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Paratheory podcast. With me always, Mr. Craig Youngblood on the screen here. What's up? What's up, buddy? What's going on? What's happening? Happy New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Are you listening to that on your phone, or is that me? Nope, that's me over here listening to it on my phone. I was hearing the intro playback. I was like, it's too early for all that. It's too early for all that shit. Well, Happy New Year's, everybody. Even though it's New Year's Eve. It's all right. It's all good. We had to finish out the year. We do it on Mondays. We're doing it a little early. We're getting in here. We got people watching. Things are happening. We got some cool things to talk about today's show. So first, I want to say to everyone that we didn't, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to everybody. If you guys are in the DFW area and you're not doing anything tomorrow night, come out to the Mule Barn in Justin. You'll get to see Craig and I. And our band's going to be playing. Films are being shot. Audio is being recorded. We sold right at almost like a little over 150 in tickets.
Oh, yeah?
So it's going to be a good night, man. It's going to be a good night. Can't wait. So in New Year's Eve fashion, we're going to go ahead and give you guys some spiritual survival tips for New Year's Eve. And this is pretty cool. I didn't even know these existed. I started researching it today. I was like, what are we going to talk about on the podcast?
Yeah.
So these are just some tips that are from around the world. And, we're just going to do the top 4 here. So number 1, it is an Irish tradition to use bread, preferably sourdough, to scare off spirits that are mean and harm to you in your home. The Irish would take sourdough bread loaves and go around the house, and they would like bang the doors of all the doors in their homes and the windows and everything, and it would supposedly scare off the bad juju of the home, if you would say. Number 2, don't get, and this includes after the party, you can put the trash out to the curb. You just can't take it completely out. I guess is they weren't very clear here, but don't get rid of things until January 2nd. And it says if you get rid of any like kind of big heirlooms or anything like that, or furniture or whatever, make sure you replace it with something, or it could bring you bad luck. Number 3, set a plate at the dinner table for a loved one. If you guys are doing a dinner on New Year's Eve, got your black-eyed peas, all that stuff out there, set a spot at the dinner table for a lost loved one and invite them to come have dinner with you. It's good on you to do that. And number 4, most importantly, open all your windows. If you're home, open all your windows and all your doors right before midnight. And it's kind of like an eviction notice for all the bad juju and spirits in your house. It's to get rid of it all. Start a new year fresh. So open all your windows, all your doors right before midnight. After the midnight hour clocks down, it's officially 2025. Then you can shut them. And enjoy it. If you're down here in Texas, enjoy that window being open, because next week, they're saying all hell's supposed to break loose next week, like on the 9th. Yeah, they're saying that we got like an Arctic blast that's going to make the Texas ice plague look like a fucking day at the park.
That makes sense. My daughter told me she's going back home on the 6th. She said before all the bad weather gets here and up there.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be bad, man. They say, I don't know. I've been watching all the dudes all the weather dudes on YouTube and freaking out like, huge storm is coming. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Everyone grab your Bengay. Like, get the firewood. Everyone here in Texas is going to start freaking out. They're all going to go buy bundles and bundles of wood.
Well, I'm about to go get a truckload from my father-in-law.
Are you buying it from him?
No.
Okay, well, I didn't know. I was going to say Corey is over there,
Yeah.
with truckloads of firewood. Has 0 fireplace in his house. Tons of wood. Tons of wood.
I'll probably sell out this next week.
He might, yeah. Hit up, go over to our Facebook page and find Justin Ross and Deadwood Revival. Hit up our fiddle player, Corey. He's got plenty of wood. He will definitely sell you some for sure. So people were asking, Gary Hewlett is the man of the hour. That is the dude that got it right. So crowd applause for Gary for the trivia question last week. So I'm just going to see him tomorrow and give him his $10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Instead of selling it to him. But the answer or the horror question we had last week was, on record, what is the top 3 most scariest horror movies ever? And a lot of people have a lot of opinions about this, but this is just calculating like from the box office kind of deal. So don't go getting offended. In at number 3, in 1974, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And at number 2, in 1979, was Alien, which it just came out with the new Alien here recently. I haven't gotten to see that yet.
I haven't either.
And in at number 1, and still reigning champion of all time, is in 1973, The Exorcist. Which, come on, man. Like, that's still a mind blower. The fact that they did that on such a budget. Now, you had something you were talking about earlier about some info on the lowest budgeted films that made the most money.
Yeah, it was from Game Rant. It says the best low budget horror movies that were huge box office hits. And number 1.
Wait a minute. Start with number 3.
Okay. Number 3 is Saw from 2004.
Really?
Yeah, it says it had a budget of $1.2 million and their box office was $103 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then number 2 was Paranormal Activity from 2007. It says that they grossed $193 million, which was almost 130,000 times more than it cost to make the film.
Holy shit. All right. Wow.
Yeah.
What a
and
stretch. Good on them. And what was number 1?
Get Out from 2017. Said
Really?
Said they made it for $4.5 million, but at the box office it made $225 million.
Oh, wow. Wow. Someone was very happy at the end of that deal. All right. That's really interesting. What was Paranormal Activity? I figured that the lowest budgeted film would have been of all time would have been Blair Witch Project.
That actually came in at an honorable mention of number 4. 4th place, I guess it says. It cost $60,000 to make, and its box office was $248 million.
All right. Okay. All right. So they didn't just shoot it on a DAT cam in a park. Say again?
I think we could have shot that for way cheaper.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like, what the hell were y'all spending money on? Y'all didn't have any like lighting.
Yeah.
y'all shot on a reel and a DAT cam.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That is really interesting. If you guys are watching live, you can jump in the comments here. We can see you, and if you got any questions or whatever, let us know. But it is time for a new trivia question to let that roll out. So it is that time.
It is now time for Para Trivia of the Week.
So, this trivia question is brought to you by Paratheory. This isn't brought by anybody else. But what was the most expensive horror movie ever made? Top 3. Give us the most expensive to make horror movies. Not what they did at the box office, what it took to make them. Top 3. Whoever gets it right, drop it in the comments. Comment our page, PM us with it. We'll be checking this week. But it's the top 3 most expensive horror movies ever to be made. Get them in order 1, 2, 3, and we will send you a prize via Venmo, Zelle, in person, whatever. So make sure you guys check that out. When I was originally thinking of that question, I had some ones in my mind, and I was like, well, I bet this was pretty expensive to make. And then I was like, what? They didn't even range as a top 10.
What did you think it was?
I thought that Scream would have come in because of how much town usage they had and how many sets they had. Like, you know, it's not usually, you know, I guess I was wrong. It's not so much about the digital stuff as it is about, you know, the locations. And
Right.
I was wrong. I was dead wrong. It didn't even come in the top 20. I didn't think it was on the list. I was like, wow, well, I suck at this. I am not getting this right at all. But yes, so the trivia question of the week, trivia question number 2 is most expensive horror movie ever made, top 3. Give them to us. They're out there, man. You got to find them.
Yeah.
And then we now have a little segment we're doing where we're doing the para video of the week. And man, have I got one queued up and ready to go. But yeah. Now, I'm a huge fan of Project Fear. And a lot of people, before you get all crazy, what I like about Project Fear is that these kids, man, are going out. They're not searching for answers. They're just exploring. That's it. Like, they're setting it up. They get permission to do all the right things. They get it set up and they go in there. But they end up capturing shit and they don't even know they're capturing shit. And in this video, they ended up capturing shit that people like were, including myself, were like, wait a minute, well, what the hell is that? And then like this other dude was like, well, what is this right here? Like one guy, like how we caught a face in Lockdown that was over the shoulder kind of deal. They had the same thing going on. Now, I do believe that it is 100% matrixing. It's just how the wall looks. But they found some stuff down. So they're at King Edward Longshanks Castle. So Longshanks was, if you guys ever watched Braveheart, that came in, you know, that was the dude. Longshanks was the dude that was trying to kill the main actor in Braveheart. The God, I'm terrible at this. What was his name? William Wallace. He was the king that wanted William Wallace's head on a stick before he died. Like, before I die, I want to see his head on a stick, right? And so he had it out for old William Wallace, man. So I've got it queued up and ready to go here. So let's check that out. They end up in this castle, and the now owner of this castle he said that, okay, so there's a torture chamber, and then below that, it was like a torture chamber jail, but then below that was like another torture chamber. And the new owner said that he went down there and he found some things in there and he put them away and organized the place, and then he walled it up. He won't let anybody go in there. So there's an entire basement to this place. Well, they end up sending a camera down a shaft, like a GoPro on a rope, down into this thing. And what they find down there is pretty incredible. Check this out.
We have no idea what it's seeing other than this little square that we can see.
So this camera is on a rope. It's kind of spinning as it's down in there.
So right now we're shooting in night vision on the GoPro, so it's shooting infrared light. We're gonna try to do it with regular, normal light as well to see what's better. If there's somebody down there, if you speak right now, we will be able to hear your voice.
Okay, I will.
All right, I might pull this up just to look at it. Yeah, let's just see if we're getting good footage.
So they're looking at this shit that's down in there on this camera, and what they end up finding in this box, I guess he just boxed it up and left it down there, because the box is like, it says something like Hyundai or something like that on the
Body,
box.
dude. That's a body.
So it's recent. Yeah, there it is. There's the box.
I'm not
Yeah.
kidding.
Right there, right?
I thought I saw it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just psyching myself out. Okay, you try normal vision.
I think we shoot normal vision now.
So you should be able to see this in color now, not just black and white.
Alright.
Going down.
This is a tiny little like air shaft. They're sending it down.
Yeah.
That's the wall right there. That's completely concreted off. You can see all the new like concrete put into the wall. So he blocked it off completely. So nobody can go in there if they wanted
Is anyone
to.
down there? What do you think of John Sage?
John Sage is Longshanks for those
Oh,
watching.
I know it's been a long time since anyone has come here to talk to you.
What?
What was that?
Dude, that was a voice.
It was like a muffled voice.
Hello? If you're down there, can you talk to us?
Why were you tortured down there? What did you do?
How did you die down here? What torture device did John Sage use on you?
They still haven't figured out what's in that box yet,
How
which is
many
crazy.
of you are down there right now?
Probably parts. Says Hyundai.
Right. Yeah. It's an AC unit.
It looks like there's a door they can crawl into, though.
There's a door, but that door is inside there. That's going to another chamber. So that wall is what's walling off.
Dude, hold on.
Wait.
See, they're starting to figure it out now.
It's hard to tell on this tiny little screen, but that looks like skeletal remains.
Dude, that might be a box full of bones.
Okay, we didn't get the best angle of it, but for a split second, it looks like that white box has freaking bones in it.
And then this footage, I think this is where they capture the thing in the doorway. Yeah, this is it. I think this is it.
Where are they at?
They're at Longshanks Castle. They're in the UK, Scotland. So check this out.
What is that?
So she hears something and it turns towards,
Hello?
like something's coming up the stairwell.
I thought
Yeah.
someone walked
And they
in
go
the
to
room
look
with
at
them.
it.
Me too.
It's on the other side of that fireplace.
Hello?
And they don't even capture it with the camera.
John, are you down there? What is that? Hello? Who's over there?
So he goes up. I believe this is,
Someone
yeah,
over
yeah,
there?
this is it.
Can you walk into this room more?
Okay, what just happened?
I don't know.
We were just sitting?
What were we even doing before? We're just sitting around?
I don't know.
Like, weren't even asking questions.
I just want to check this corner. I mean, that was legitimate walking into our room.
What's weird is me and Alex had an almost identical thing happen. We were in this room, we heard sounds in the chapel, and then we ended up in the chapel.
I feel like we just sat down. Now we're being led into the chapel.
Okay, maybe we should ask, where should we go? Like, let's ask. If it brings us to the chapel, it brings us to the chapel. If it brings us upstairs, it brings us upstairs. Maybe we should just listen. Where should we go right now?
Yo!
All right, so right
In the
there,
chapel.
watch.
Yo!
Right there, you can see it move.
Okay, Chelsea, you literally
So right as they pan the camera to the door, you'll see something kind of like take off around the corner. They don't even catch it. They don't even see it until they don't even see it at all. They edit this whole thing down. They don't make any mention of it whatsoever. And so it's like, excuse me. Did no one see this full body deal right here. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, is that a?
Where's it at?
Let me see if I can back up here. To see. It's like right here.
Where should we go right now?
Right there. It goes right through the door. You have to. So if you guys get down to, it's like 11:16:57 in this on YouTube. You'll see this part. Watch it over and over. You can slow it down and watch it. In fact, I think I can slow down. Let's see, playback speed. Normal. Let's take it down a little bit here and see if I can back it up, catch it. Yeah, it's right there.
Yo.
Back it up just a hair.
It brings us upstairs. Maybe we should just listen. Where should we go right now?
So keep your eye on the doorway. Did you see it? Yeah, just right through the door. Watch. Right there.
Oh damn! That was like a whole like.
It's like a whole body. Like I can't tell what it is. I don't know what the fuck that is, man. I'm gonna try and slow it down a little bit more here. Yeah, let's go with that. And then let me just be so. Here we go. Right there. See it? Go back just a little bit.
Brings us to the chapel. It brings us to the chapel. If it brings
She
us
sounds so drunk in
upstairs,
slow motion.
It brings us upstairs.
So happy
Maybe
to be
we
here.
should just listen. Where should we go right now?
Right there. See it?
Yeah, like a full like a white.
I know. I can't.
Movement in the chapel.
Right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. No idea what that is. They didn't even catch it though, which was
You know him?
crazy. I did. I hit him up on the Fear Club. I joined the Fear Club. I like watching all the stuff on there, but I was like, dude, you guys not even see this? Like, what the hell? Like, well, I don't know when they're editing all this down, but you know, I can only imagine they do great work. You know, it's just like, holy shit, did they, did they just, maybe they were just tired while they were editing and not catch this? You were saying 7 minutes in this? Seven, what was it?
7:30.
7:30 or 7:35. Is this one in the intro of it?
No, not this video. The one I sent you earlier today.
Oh, the which one was it? The
Slap Tam.
The eerie video of the freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
Did you see that one? The urban exploration one?
Yeah, it's a Ring doorbell camera where the guy. Are you talking about where the thing goes by in the background?
Yeah, that's the first of it. But later on, at 7 minutes in, there's an exploration one where they film and they show somebody peeking around the corner, and then they go in, and some lady gets hit with a big metal object in the back of the head too.
The eerie video. The eerie video that's freaking out the internet.
Yeah.
That's okay. Hold on. I'm on Google here trying to do it. Let me bring this down. The eerie video that's freaking out the internet. Yeah, this one right here. Yeah.
Be after seeing this one. Then April Crane Pfister expressed skepticism.
Down to 7 minutes.
7:30.
7:30. Let's go back. Go back here.
Well, this is also overseas too, where they're seeing these orbs. Did you see this part of the video?
Thiago na área trazendo para vocês
This
mais
is
a
the one.
história de terror. Galera, eu e a Thaís estamos aqui para mais uma investigação sobrenatural.
Popular Brazilian YouTuber Thiago Furacão, renowned for his daring explorations of abandoned and haunted locations, has once again captivated viewers with this investigation. This time, Thiago and his team delve into an eerie and long-abandoned house tied to a chilling local legend. The property, shrouded in tales of tragedy and vengeance, is said to be haunted by the restless spirits of a man who once sold sweets in the local village, and the young girl he allegedly harmed. A crime that led to his violent death at the hands of her grieving father. The video, filmed entirely at night, takes viewers on a tense journey through the shadowy corners of the house as the team encounters unexplainable phenomena and unsettling moments.
That's fixing to come up right here. The first part.
As the investigation unfolds, the team hears strange noises emanating from inside of the house.
And we know it's Australia. Ain't none of them motherfuckers packing.
At one point,
This is
they
Brazil.
enter back into the
Oh, it's
house
Brazil.
and they glimpse
Maybe they are
something
packing.
frightening.
Watch right here.
Caraca, mano. Thaís do
Yeah.
céu.
Oh, shit. No way.
There's a face staring back at them.
Fuck off.
When they enter
That's
the room
not
to
fucking real.
investigate,
That's,
There's no one there.
yeah, after you cut the fucking film right there, gave him time to get out.
Aqui, ó. Tá aqui, tem alguém ali.
The tension reaches its peak when one of the team members is struck by a flying object.
Tem alguma coisa aqui. Ai. Foi isso, Thaís?
Ai, minha cabeça! Ai, minha cabeça!
O que foi?
Ai, aquilo ali, ó! Ai!
The sudden,
I'm gonna have to call
aggressive
bullshit
nature
on
of
this one, Craig.
disturbance prompts the team to reconsider continuing
He
the
cuts.
investigation. as
He cuts the
alleged
camera. That's what
spirit-
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Go back to it here.
Thaís do céu.
Que foi?
But at first, it's
There's
freaky.
a face
Cut
staring
right there.
back at them.
He cut
But when they enter the room to investigate,
and
there's no
cut.
one there.
There it is again. So yeah, I mean, if you cut it, it would have been more believable had he just fucking, and this creepy thing's peeking around the corner. I just dodged straight towards it. I would
Yeah.
have been freaked out at first, but I've been like, I'm going in.
Craig, get in there.
Yeah, Craig, get your ass in there and figure it out. He was on your level. I mean, dude, come on. You're sizing him up. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What's up, September? What's up, Fiddled Up? That's Corey right there, man, watching.
Yeah.
How you doing, folks? Now the one back here where the dude, this guy, the Ring doorbell footage is that's fucked up. Yeah.
The mysterious miss-like entity
'Cause
has
it's like he
sparked
feels it go
debates
through
across
him.
social
Let's see. We back up here. Yeah, because this is just a dude getting home.
Facebook user Alicia Penman has stirred up intrigue and chills after sharing unsettling footage captured by her Ring home security camera. The video, recorded outside Alicia's home, shows her husband stepping out to take the recycling when something truly bizarre happens.
That.
Yeah.
What trips me out is that he fucking takes a step back. Like, what the hell was
Yeah.
that? You know?
Yeah.
A mist-like entity seems to drift across the frame.
Yeah.
In a moment that has viewers questioning the supernatural, her husband visibly pauses, as though sensing something unusual.
I mean, it's obviously just a mist.
Yeah.
Something. It's not his breath, because I'm looking for his breath as he's walking up to the door. So it's not his breath.
It hits him like on the shoulder, it looks like.
Yeah. Go back a little bit here. Trying to catch it. Oh, right there. It's a mist.
Yeah.
We don't know what we don't. You know, I would be looking around for like where the whatchamacallit, where the like where the dryer,
Oh,
you
like
know,
a vent.
a vent. Yeah, I'd be looking for the vent. I'd be looking for like, is there something that just turned on?
Right.
You know, something like that. That's a good one though. That's a good one. Back over on that Project Fear. Bring that back up. They had another on their go to their Fear channel. Make sure you go and like and subscribe to these guys, man. They got some really good shit and they're just good people. Let's see if I can get to the part where he's at in the chamber. You can see this thing. Let's see. He goes in. It's down here towards the end, I think. Well, there's the bones they found. Number one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here, let me pull this up.
How'd they get down there?
So he shot a camera down there and was able to swing it over. He started swinging it and got it to swing over. But yeah, lo and behold, there is the bones that they found in that box. Let me go back where he's sitting before he does the great thing. He's just sitting in there. What I thought was great. They put Tanner first, and then they put Dakota down there. They locked him up inside the yeah, look, you can see Tanner sitting here. He's either that's Dakota or Tanner, one of the two. I think that's Tanner. Yeah, it is. He's too big. They chained him to the chair. like handcuffed him, blindfolded him, put noise canceling headphones on him, the whole nine, and stuck him down in the dungeon. And it was like, look, Craig, I love you, man, but you ever decide to do some shit like that to me, there will be some pissed off moments coming your way. I'm trying to find out where he's at here. It's where he's sitting alone. There. Okay, here it is. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's right here. Let me blow it up. All right, get this shit off the screen. It's right here, and it backs up a little bit.
We'll see
there we go. When it backs up,
if I capture it.
Right here, you'll see I'm outlining it. Okay. It's like this is an eye, this is an eye, this is the nose right here. Here's the mouth. And it's like it's looking down at an angle towards him, like looking this way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't move. It stays there the entire time. Let's see if I could zoom in. No, it won't let me zoom in. But yeah, this whole thing right here. So if you go back and watch this, Longshanks Castle, it's pretty good. I was present, like I was looking on the Fear chat and people are pointing out. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? I was up in KC this week and I pulled it up and I saw it on the big screen. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I guess. But that's matrixing. Like that's the stone on the wall. You know, that's what matrixing. For those that don't know what matrixing is, that is, you know, you look up in the clouds, you go, oh, look, a bunny rabbit, and somebody else is like, I don't know, I see a dinosaur. It's like whatever you're making it out to be. That's kind of what's going on that wall. But the thing they caught in the doorway that they didn't even know that they caught was pretty cool. Like that was some of the best evidence of the whole damn thing. Yeah. Like it had me going like, what the fuck was that? How did you not see this? How did you not see this? You got to be kicking yourself too as an editor going, how the hell did I not see this?
Did they respond to you?
Well, they respond. Everybody had seen it. Like everybody was commenting in the chats, like making comments about it. You know,
They respond to all that.
they did. Well, our fans picked up on this. Blah blah blah. I bet you. I would be willing to bet that they are editing on the fly. Like they're overseas. They're doing these things back to back to back to back to back to back, and then take a week off, and then they're editing in the hotel, and they're doing it all via laptop, etc. So I bet you they just didn't see it, but. They have some pretty damn good content. All right, let's get back to the drones. So all over the world, and by the day is getting worse. Like, what in the absolute shit? Our government is just playing completely dumb to it. But now, governments around the world are just playing completely dumb to it. Like they're just like, we don't have a clue what this is in the sky. We don't know. And people are wanting answers. And now people are getting a little bit more like, look, okay, we know these are drones, but what are these orbs that people are seeing? What is that? And our government does not have an answer for that. Casey over at Mindseed had a pretty good video. He's been doing like a play-by-play on it over and over again. And his latest one, kind of points out some big stuff on it, because people are trying to figure this out. They don't know what it is. And he's even got it's the right here. I'm going to pull it up.
Did you listen to that podcast?
I did. Oh, we're going to get to
Why
that.
is it a classified briefing on the Capitol Hill?
I'd have to refer you to Congress on that. We are sharing as much information as we can.
You're telling me that this right here is a hobby drone? Look at this.
Oh, bro. These drones.
Now, this dude
real.
right here,
Look,
that's clearly an airplane.
Yeah,
that's clearly a 747. Oh, they fucked up my signal, man. Shit, they made my phone blurry.
What is that, cuz? What? That's a flying car. Cuz.
That's an airplane, bro. That's exactly what that is.
Oh my god, bro, it looks like a cop car flying.
No, it does not. It looks like an airplane. And that looks like an airplane. But some of the footage that comes across here is questionable.
Our families deserve peace of mind.
So here's the mayor jersey.
Communities deserve action. There are drones flying over our homes now, and it's time for our leaders to act. I'm asking for your help. Please share this and let our voices be heard. Let's demand action. Hey, Mayor Hurd here. And it's true, the government is actually lying to us. Tell me about the orbs. What are these orbs? What's flying around our homes? We need answers, and we need answers now.
There's a red light, and then there's a big, big bright light.
They're absorbing around it.
The one that got me, and I'm going to try and find it here.
Bro, I'm telling you, there was a shit ton of fucking lights right now lit up.
Maybe it's this one. This. Like what?
Yeah, so people are seeing these things everywhere, and there's more and more of them. Every time you look up at night, you could see a bunch of these things in the sky.
Now, the problem with this is it's on a phone. It's moving a lot. He's looking around at all of it. Dude, on a phone, when you point this shit up to the sky and you're in the dark, like the airplanes are going to look like little balls of light like that, right? It's not going to look like, a plane. It's going to look like a... I don't know. It's gonna look like a dot. Now, this dude that caught this stuff was pretty cool
among each other,
and
I'm going to share this next clip with you guys right now because you might not have seen it.
It's crazy because you can watch. This is over the nuclear facility, and it starts out as 2, and this dude's zooming in on it, right? And he's zoomed in with a camera phone. But you watch this, then it splits into 3. I was counting them. He zooms out to let you know like how far away they're looking.
Yeah.
And then he zooms back in And it's like, there we go. See? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1 appears, 8. Then 2 come into play. Then it gets down to 6. It's like, what the fuck is that? That's not a plane. That looks like literally just like fire in the sky. Now, granted, this dude zoomed in on a cell phone.
Yeah, and I feel like we need a public service announcement when they're recording these. Turn your phone sideways.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Hey, if you're going to be filming, little note, turn your phone sideways and it'll record in 4K. If you got it up straight, it'll record in 720. Just, there's your did you know for the day. I don't know. Guys, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the whole drone situation? Whatever you think it is, just put it in the comments. Let us know. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell that is. He had another picture back here. I love what Casey's doing because he's getting like what's out there. He's leaving it for everybody to decide.
Yeah.
But this thing he caught back here, or found that somebody caught, I think this is it. Yeah, that's one. They're just sitting there hovering in the sky.
Did you see the one in Australia where they're all in the sky?
This is it right here.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah. Right
this
here.
Shit looks like something out of a movie.
Yeah. Totally looks like something out of a movie. Doesn't make any sense.
And separated from the clouds in the background. Just look at this. Look, there's something weird about that, is there not? I mean, that's strange to me. Look, you got dark clouds in the back, and then you have these little white disc-shaped clouds all over the place. What is that? That's getting a lot of traction online right now. And then check this out. Another similar sighting at nighttime in the UK. Take a look at this.
It's not normal, is it? No, I've never seen that. Who would you send this to? Eh? To report this.
The thick bear
It's just really strange.
climbs down the ladder.
If I zoom in, it becomes. It just looks like they're all the same size.
Their voices are so nice. It's like they could just sell anything to
Every
you.
one of them is the same size.
This here is just a piece of shit, but it's brown and greasy. You can fit it through the doorknob. If you like, it's yours.
But it's just not here now. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's all around the world. There's no hiding it anymore. And people are seeing it every day. So we're past the new. We're past the everyone's looking to the skies. They're seeing shit all the time. Everything's an orb. Everything's a drone. We're past that. We're to the point where it's like, we know what's planes. We know what's helicopters. We know what's ours. This shit's just floating for no apparent reason. And it's not one thing. It's staggered things all over the sky.
Yeah.
And they seem to be around like highly populated areas, nuclear plants, airports. The other day, Love Field shut down in Fort Worth, in Dallas.
Really?
They put Love Field, stopped it for like 5 hours. No flights were coming in or going out as they had spotted drones across the airport, and they were trying to get them down. And then they just disappeared. Airport went back to doing what airport does.
I wonder why I don't see them over here unless it's because it's by the Air Force Base.
Well, I would think you, of all people, would be seeing them all over the fucking place out there just because.
I hadn't seen shit.
Because you're what? You're next to Carswell Air Force Base?
Yeah, I'm not far, like 10 minutes. I'm like 3 minutes from the runway.
And then for the sightings, we've seen them. People have seen them in, I believe it's Weatherford, I think.
Yeah.
Recently, Weatherford, they saw him in Weatherford, and they saw him in Dallas. They saw him in Austin. Glenrose, have they had any spots down because of the nuclear plant down there?
You can see the Glenrose power plant from Granbury on certain roads. Especially because I used to drive down there at night when I worked in the oil field, and I mean, you can see that thing for a while on some of them back roads.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's worth, going down and checking out, putting a camera to the sky, seeing what we can find. What's crazy, man, is when you run IR at night and you put it to the sky, you see a load of things up there that you just, a lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know.
There was, let's see if I can find it, but there were some videos from back in the day. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. IR video from daytime. Not really have anything pull up. Day to night, 24 hours. Day to night, transition time lapse. No. I'll have to find some footage on that and put it into a file and make it happen. But some of the shit, man, was just like what they were catching in the middle of the day. And this before anybody was screaming drone or anything like that. They were just going, hey man, there's something in the sky. There's something happening here. People are seeing stuff. They're putting their phone or they're putting their camera on IR and shooting it up to the skies and catching all sorts of shit going on, shit that we're not seeing with the normal eyes. So that's a theory, man. That's a hell of a thought process of stuff going on there.
Did you see what the professors are starting to write about this?
No.
Casey put it in one of his videos. He's talking about how they're saying that it's all because we're so tired and we just see what we want to see in the sky. And I'm like, so you get that many people doing that?
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
There is I think it's Dana Carey let me see. Dana Carvey. Dana Carey. Dana. How do you spell Dana?
D-A-N-A.
Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey. Yeah, here it is. This is the podcast they had. Now listen, dude, this guy. So, Dana Carvey and David Spade have Dr. Stephen Greer come on and talk. And it is highly interesting. Listen to some of the shit that this guy, I had no idea. I had no clue that he was into this much shit. And I was like, wow, that's heavy. So let me back this up here. Come down here, turn the music bed off. This is pretty interesting.
To exposing it.
Mm-hmm.
So take it from there, David.
Well, listen, we like Dr. Greer. We had him on before. We got a lot of comments on YouTube. I think people think he's very interesting. It's a riveting conversation. Like, I don't even know if I was ready for it because I'm telling you, we haven't been shut up like that in a while. And because we want to let him talk, and he's got a lot to say. And it started by saying, hey, all these things over New Jersey, and then there's also drones and orbs seen everywhere and all over the country and world, and everyone's panicking. And do you know anything that we don't? Which, of course, he does.
That was our main thing. We wanted to get information on these unidentified flying objects, i.e. drones, where they're from, how they move, how they disappear, what they're related to, why, what are they up to, why are they here? And he does, he goes on some tangents, but he does basically answer those questions.
They're mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling stuff.
I have to say, we didn't do many jokes. I wanted to say for $2 trillion, you can get some pretty decent orbs, which you'll get that joke once you're watching. But we let him talk, and he talks about where he thinks they're from, why they're there. We talk about extraterrestrials, obviously the most interesting part. And should we be scared? Should we not be scared? What's the future? And God, did he have some answers?
Just basically, there's, without giving it away, there's some information that may be coming down from a whistleblower very soon. And there is potentially rogue organizations that are doing these things. So anyway, it's a lot to unpack. David Spade went 17 minutes without talking. Just so and I went 18:02. I timed both. It's not a competition, but he goes on a lot of tangents, and you really want to listen to. It's a very comprehensive talk. So take it for what it is. There's a lot of people out there saying a lot of things, but here's someone who's very interesting.
We'll get back to our jokey jokes next week, but I think we just got to run this because
Yeah.
Every time we had something to ask him, he would just start covering a new interesting thing. I'm like, oh my God. We were just.
It's pretty incredible what he says.
See if you are. You might not buy into this whole thing. You might, but he has so much backing and so much on his website that you go, something's going on here. Something's happening.
No one knows what's really going on, but he's putting out some information that's kind of interesting, and I found it mesmerizing. So
yeah, All right, so here, listen up. Tell us what you think at the comments.
I actually know a little something about this.
Oh, really?
The Greer guy? Yeah, a buddy of mine came over the other night. We were hanging out with. Was telling me about him.
BetMGM across all your.
What was he saying?
I sent you the video. Basically, he's talking about how a lot of this stuff was like us harnessing that energy for the government, and then what he was talking about, a whistleblower or something. Supposedly, there's like some.
We're supposed to have a whistleblower coming in the following week.
Some Black Ops guys. They thought they were doing all this stuff legally, and they found out that it was not being funded legally. So they're like, all right, fuck this. It's been enough. We're going to bring this to the people now. Everyone needs to know what we're doing because it's even being done underneath the government.
Right.
I sent you that video about it.
Offering you a second chance on your first touchdown bet.
When a customer places a wager on the first touchdown score bet.
Far away, Ted.
No. Anyway, so is your head spinning, or you're looking at this from a completely different point of view than almost all of us in America? So what are your just basic thoughts about this phenomenon of things in the sky?
There you go.
Well, I mean, as you know, I've predicted this sort of thing would happen for 30 years. There's a covert rogue military component that is behind all these drone sightings. Some of them are drones, some of them are
like you just knew
sighting,
and most of them are part of a rogue military operation to basically create a psychological warfare effect in the media and in the public in advance of something that nobody knows is going to happen, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. So there's a group of
the psychological part is working, by the way. We're all scared.
We're all terrified now.
Yeah, you should be. So this is very serious. So there's a group of guys who I've known for about 18, 19 months who are senior intel and aerospace operatives out of some desert locations. I'm not going to mention where they are. I've been to them. Where most of
he goes in so deep here, talking about the whole thing as if he knows. He talks about how he's being watched, how everyone's listening, and supposedly he goes into why he's been studying this for 30 years, what he's been going into. He goes into how we not only have alien life form, but we have them captured. They're still alive. Yeah. We have them in cages. He goes on and on about it. He's got so much intel. So if you guys haven't checked that out, go over and check out the Superfly, Dana Carvey, David Spade. Check out their show and listen to this episode. It's really, really informative. It's highly interesting to listen to what this guy, whether you believe him or not, he still makes some great points. You're just like, damn, well, okay. This is pretty nuts. Yeah. What's up, Zach Chambers? How you doing, sir? Got a guy there in the comments commenting in. It's pretty informative to listen to what he has to say, and he says a lot of it. He answers a lot of the questions we have about this drone situation and why it's happening, and then he talks about this whistleblower that's supposed to be coming out this week, and we're going to see it in the first week of January.
Yeah,
and about how that's going to blow the roof off this thing as to what it is. And so I think it goes back to the question of like, are we creating hysteria? Are we creating, bullshit for us to fall into because the change of the new president is coming? But then you have to ask yourself, well, okay, well, what does that have to do with Australia and the UK and Italy and Germany and all these countries where people are seeing the same thing? We're not the only ones. So At first I thought, well, this is a diversion. our president's spending fucking millions and trillions of dollars, just blowing shit out of proportion for no fucking apparent reason. And he's been doing it this whole time, and now he's doing it even more. It's like he's trying to cause a war before we even get DT in the office. Just fuck it up as much as possible.
Exactly.
And it's like, so maybe all of this is one big diversion. Look over here while I'm doing this, right? Well, okay, so that came up at first. Well, that's not what's happening. And everybody's got theories. Everybody's got a theory about what's going on. I don't even have one. I don't know enough of what it actually is to make a theory.
Yeah.
So plenty of theories out there in the world. This dude, Dr. Greer, he goes on and he knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And why it's happening and how he's been shunned from so many areas for talking about this exact thing coming. And he's predicted it for so long. Dude, even if you go back to, Chad Kalick, and you go back to the Cernofe stuff, which was years ago now. And you go back to that and you listen to what they're talking about, what they found into the Australian government about how they were printing off grays, like AI grays on a conveyor belt, and how this lunatic who came to him and said that they were going to create a fake war and throw it on the people that we would be under attack. And we're gonna have to see how that. I think about that, like what that crazy dude handed off to Justin and Chad when they were out there in Australia.
Is that in?
And he and the thing is he predicted Space Force. He says in there, he's like, the government in the U.S. and around the world will predict that he predicted that they were going to create a Space Force. Well, and we all thought he was. When I saw that, I was like, that's fucking crazy. We're not going to have a fucking Space Force military in the fucking sky with laser. Like it's not going to happen. And then 3 years later, Space Force.
Yeah.
Now it's been 8 years since that. Or almost, and well, not quite. It's probably like 7 years since that, and then now he got these drones in the sky, and it's like, well, are they creating fake UFO warfare?
Right.
It kind of goes. It kind of coincides with what he was talking about.
What's the movie called that's about?
Let's see if I can find it here.
Two-Face the Gray or something like that?
I think it's Two-Face the Gray. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one, but I know what you're talking about.
I'm going to see if I can find a preview for it on YouTube, and I'll pull it up. People can check that out.
I can't believe the mayor of some of these towns are surprised that the government lies to us.
Yeah. Right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is the whole fucking thing's on YouTube? What? No way. It is? The whole fucking thing's on here.
You know where we need to go do some investigations? Prague.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm down for that. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can...
Is there not just a trailer for it?
The whole movie's on here.
On YouTube?
On YouTube. Two-Face the Gray. The whole fucking thing's on here. Yeah. I'm trying to find this part where... Yeah, this part of when he's interviewing Elon Musk. All right, let me pull this up. This is because this is pretty nuts. Elon gets in, and I think we've talked about this before. Elon gets into talking about AI and how it's out of control kind of deal. Watch this.
Yeah.
AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
Are you honestly legitimately concerned about this? Is like AI one of your main worries in regards to the future?
Yes, it's less of a worry than it used to be, mostly due to taking more of a fatalistic attitude.
So you used to have more hope, and you gave up some of it, and now you don't worry as much about AI. You're like, this is just what it is.
This is terrifying.
Convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
So obviously, based on this information, Mr. Skyfall feels as though humanity is headed for a dark place. As far as my thoughts, it would be impossible for me to go through all of that information and say, I know this is factual and this is a conspiracy and this picture is real and this footage was fake. It doesn't even really matter to me because there's a lot of things we do know that are real, and thematically I agree with this. I agree that we should not be nuking our planet. I agree that we should not be stripping the resources of this planet in a very dangerous way. And artificial superintelligence is terrifying. But what is very interesting to me is that at the very end of his email, Daniel says, there is a fake alien invasion coming.
Here it is.
Because there's a real one coming. As he explains, the industrial military complex, the natural resource companies, they run this planet. He's saying they want us to fear them, so when that comes, we have the full support of the world to go to war.
Nickel 6-1 Tango, Roger, over. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, there's troubleshooting Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, that's going on, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
I think this is the Tic Tac footage.
The wind's 100
Oh, okay.
miles to the west. The whole thing, dude.
For so long, the government has denied the existence of alien life, but now it seems they could be sitting on some evidence. So what can you tell us?
I think is a very interesting development that's happened in this last month. This new program is interesting because it is an acknowledgement by the Pentagon itself of a program to study UFOs, and this goes right up into our own century.
Luis, thank you so much for your time tonight. I mean, first, tell us what the purpose of the program was and why it was so secretive.
The purpose of the program, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, was really designed to do just that. Identify those things that we see and try to ascertain and determine if that information is a potential threat to national security.
What did you find?
Well, we found a lot. We have identified some very, very interesting, anomalous type of aircraft. Let's call them aircraft.
Do you believe that life from somewhere else, while you ran this program, came here, visited, observed?
I will tell you unequivocally, there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone. May not be alone. May not be alone.
I mean, the amount. So that's Two-Face the Gray. Make sure you guys go check that out if you haven't. Documentary by Chad Kalick. And there is some interesting stuff that ends up happening to him while trying to shoot this, and it's all comes down. It's the part 2 to what was Sir No Face, and if you haven't seen Sir No Face, make sure you check that out, because it went from paranormal to alien without even planning to do it, just shifted. Because the footage of Sir No Face was the Holy Grail for the longest time there. And it was like, how in the hell did this happen? How did this how did this thing appear? And then as they dig deeper and deeper and deeper and into the backstory of how they even got onto Cockatoo Island, the whole nine, it's incredible to watch. But I keep that info in my head as I'm thinking about all the stuff that's going on today with the drones, these orbs, all these things people are seeing.
How old is that movie?
Trying to find it here, actually. I think, let's see. Would have been, well, it went up on to YouTube on May 20th, 2022. So pretty interesting. I would say around 2020, 2019, maybe even earlier when they were filming it, putting it all together. Because Sir No Face is in the same boat. The footage they caught in Sir No Face is just absolutely fucking incredible. That Craig Powell's team caught with WSPR out in Sydney, Australia. And it's hard. It's hard to watch. I got to see it inside the House of Blues out in Dallas. I watched it and I was just like, holy shit. I mean, the first thing out of my mouth was, fuck this. What the fuck did I just watch? What did I just see? I had a million questions just blanket through my mind as soon as I saw it, because I was trying to figure out how in the hell this was even possible. It didn't even seem possible. It didn't seem real.
Okay,
but it was not hoaxed. It was not. And then getting to work with the guys for a while. We just had Justin Holstein on the show.
I want to hear his thoughts on some of this stuff.
Totally. We'll definitely have him back on the show soon. We'll get him back in 2025, especially after this, because I'm sure he's got a lot to say about it.
So after seeing Sir No Face and then catching what we caught, when you were reviewing the footage that we caught at the jail, did you have some of those same questions come up that we caught it? Or was it different?
Well, I think it was different because I was in the moment. I had questions of how the fuck did I. My biggest question for what we caught was how did I see that?
Yeah.
Still don't know. Still don't have an answer to that. Still don't even have any kind of even. I don't know, man. I don't know how. It doesn't make any. That in itself is alien to me. I don't know. I don't know how that appeared.
Yeah.
That one got me. I think it got everybody. It was just like, what the fuck did we just watch? What the hell was that? Even going back and looking at the footage, looking at the raw footage, I still got here on the SSD. I still go back and look at it, and I'm just like, I've done everything I can playing it back over and over again, trying to figure out how, where, I even went back down there during the day and took a walk through the place, like trying to see, like, was there a door that somebody got in? Was there something we didn't see that we weren't paying attention to? Like,
yeah.
I was thinking those doors that go to the other band rooms. I thought maybe they got through there or something, but no, they're walled off on the other side. Because I thought maybe someone came in through another door. We just didn't see them. And someone that small, we wouldn't have seen them.
But even then, if it was somebody else, I think we would have heard them before we seen them, because everything was pitch black.
Pitch black in there.
We would have seen their flashlights moving around, because I kept looking back there.
Right.
So I think that we would have seen flashlights or heard them running into shit in the dark.
Yeah.
Before that happened.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. But the questions that were in my mind was like, how? Those were really the questions. Then later came the, what the fuck was that? Because everybody sees something different. I was showing it to my brother and sister-in-law when we were up in KC, and they watched it. Yeah. And, some people see a dude, some people see a little girl, some people see a man with a beard, Some people see a mustache. So it's always different. One guy thought it was a little Asian girl. One guy thought it was an Asian boy. You know, it's like there's so many questions there.
Yeah.
But all the lead up to that too, man, of what led to that moment of the little girl's voice. You know,
I think it was the little girl that answered me.
Yeah. Totally. Well, even during the spirit box session too, we picked up a little girl's voice.
Yeah.
You know, and then the voice that came through there and said Justin, loud and clear.
That wasn't even through the spirit box.
That was
audibly somewhere else.
Audibly loud. And you could hear it echo through the room. And what's crazy is we didn't hear that. We didn't hear someone say Justin and like go through the room.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to do another one down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really don't want to fucking fight the bands to do it. You know, I don't want to fight them. I don't want to deal with that shit because it was such a drag, fucking, until they went quiet. The only time I could think that would be, well, never mind. It wouldn't be. I mean, unless we went there like 3:00 in the morning, but then it's like, fuck. It was an ass whip to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful for what we caught, but still, it was an ass whip.
I think if we were to do it again like that, we just go in 2 cameras. That's it. 2 cameras and some audio and our equipment. Just go in there like that.
Yeah.
No static cams, anything.
I want to do the same thing back at Cranfield House.
Yeah.
I'll do the same thing. And this time, when we go, I don't want to go in pre-hand and walk around. I want to go in with a backpack and a camera. That's it. Don't want to disturb shit until we get in the door.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shoot it that way. So, but, well, guys, thank you so much for joining us here on another Pair Theory podcast. This is episode 12. If you guys want to watch the whole thing over again, it's going to be it's going to be up on the YouTube page. It'll be up there tonight. It's going to be up there as soon as we sign off here. It'll replay, and then we're going to go back and add it to the podcast and all that stuff on there. So make sure that you guys go there, go to the YouTube page, Pair Theory, and then you'll find under Pair Theory, you'll find the Pair Theory podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to the page, please, folks. Also follow us on Facebook if you haven't already. And man, we got a hell of a year coming up. We're going to be we do this podcast every week, Monday nights, 7 p.m. And we're going to be following some of this stuff going forward that we've talked about this year. And definitely stay up on the news on what is these drone phenomena going on. But also keeping up with the trivia questions. And don't forget to, if you didn't hear the trivia question earlier, the trivia question for this week is, what was the most expensive horror movies ever made? Top 3 ever made. What was the budget to make them? Not what they grossed at the box office. We want to know what was the most expensive horror movies ever made to date. So if you guys get that question right, you can leave it in the comments. You can PM us on Facebook. And if you get it right, we're going to let you know. We're going to make an announcement about it on the next podcast. And then we're going to send you a cash prize. So make sure you check that out. A lot of good things coming up. You guys have a happy new year. Be safe out there. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. Get a ride. Uber out there. Craig, you got any plans for New Year's Eve?
Yeah, I'm going to be running around with a camera chasing you.
That's right. That's right.
And your bass player and your fiddle player and your drummer.
That's right. Well, he doesn't move that much. In fact, none of us really do. Be you going around us.
Yeah. Are you playing the guitar?
I will have the electric out on this show. Yep. So it's going to be cool. So I will be doing that. We're going to be introducing some new things for the band. This New Year's Eve, Mule Barn, Justin, Texas. If you guys are in the DFW area, you don't have anything to do.
Justin.
Come out, see Justin Ross and Deadwood Revival in Justin, Texas at the Mule Barn. And we will see you in 2025, next Monday. That is, I believe, January 9th.
Yes.
Is that right? January 9th?
Yep.
So we will see y'all around on the corner, man. Y'all take care. Be good out there. Craig?
Yes.
Peace, love, and chicken grease, bro.